Hello. So currently, there's this big thing you might see on Facebook about Facebook and the aspect of what the new messenger can do. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and say that every time you download any app, I don't care if it's a clock display for your smartphone, you'll see there are weird things in there that they're saying they need access to. They need access to your phone calls or your caller ID for a clock app. Games like Candy Crush and all the ones you play, if you notice, if you can look at them, think about, well, why would this particular kind of app need that? Now, if you're downloading something like a photo editor program app and it says you need access to your photos, that's understandable. But when that same thing says I need access to your text messages, messages, and or phone calls, what you haven't noticed on the Facebook app is things like, listening to your phone call or access to your speaker, your camera, not your images, but your actual camera and audio. You can phone call friends of yours or contacts in your phone, family, whatever it may be in your phone. And then I have a friend right now posting something about it, and there's a little conversation going on under it where a lot of people fail to realize that they already had all of this. Now they're just asking for legal permission to do it, meaning you didn't get into something new actually done on your phone where there's now a program, actual system that now can listen at any time. It was already there. Now they're just getting legal permission through entities like Facebook or games or anything else you do on your phone. Even your cell phone provider might be the iPhone or Android. Your cell phone provider literally in the contract with them gives access to, or per se has to volunteer to give information to, let's say, the government. If you watch a documentary on Netflix called Terms and Conditions, it'll really enlighten you in a much more detailed perspective of the logistics and the legalness of what they're doing. So that whole aspect of there's a conspiracy, well, what of this, what about that, are they really listening? If they aren't, or if they are, the truth is it's possible that they can do it at any time without contacting you about it, because there's already so many contracts out there that you've said, I agree to terms and conditions. Who reads that long ass fucking paragraph that in there says must submit to government authority at the same time? Which is generally understandable considering the government does fucking run the country, so if they want to stick their fucking nose in your fucking business, you can't really stop them considering you're on their land, and if you don't participate, then you can be more or less a terrorist, which is a new law that's also been in effect. The aspect of a conspiracy theory is that you need to understand that Google, when's the last time you looked at Google Sky? Look at the stars, right? That means they're constantly videotaping what's out there. You look at Google Earth, Google Maps. Even iPhone users use the same information that comes from Google satellites that is taking photos. What makes you think that if our cell phone, this little camera, this is on a cell phone right here, this little camera can constantly video, why they can't have a camera in space that's constantly videotaping? Meaning, when there are murders going on and things like that, they could actually pull that shit up if they wanted to. If they want to observe let's say, the Loch Ness and see if they see any entities out there that come up for air, they can do that at any time. You've seen things where citizens like us have found things on, let's say, Google Earth, from that body or that blood stain being carried across the dock over in Europe to, that KFC face out in the States. Meaning they can already watch you. I mean, if I pull up my Google Earth, this canopy that I'm under currently is right there, and I've only lived in here for less than a year. And when I first moved in here, I GPSed or Google Earthed my house, and the canopy was not even in the backyard yet. Meaning already since then, they've already updated the photos, which is okay, cool. You can look at your friend's job and see if their car was parked outside their job that day of that photo. We don't know what day of that photo is unless you're standing outside with a calendar, a huge-ass calendar, because they're not giving you any resolution. But what makes you think that they aren't already capable of watching you right now? There is surveillance on us currently, right now. It's just not video cameras literally posted up. The video cameras are in our pocket, in our hands. It's like the Boston bombing. Respect to all those who got hurt in the situation. But there was a segment where they literally pulled photos from people who were taking photos and literally graphed them together, like in that movie in Batman, one of the Batman movies, where he has that, I forgot the damn actor's name, but literally pull all these images from people's cell phones from bouncing waves and sound vibrations and things of such, sonar. Yeah, that means if they can do it that way, what makes you think they can't do it just from photos? I mean, any person who knows how to make a collage can literally put photos together. The truth is that we all sit here and go back and forth over this information, if it's happening or if it's not happening, and we feel like we're Americans. Even the government can't actually screw us over if we do not want to be screwed over. Well, that's the aspect of you could be considered a terrorist, so remember that. You can disappear without being told why you're disappearing. But the truth is as a people, until we literally join hands, they are in control. And as a people, we are distracted. There's a mirage of things that are irrelevant things to what kind of car you actually drive. Now you want to have something that's quality? Hey, I don't mind something that's quality as in will last you. But for the show of it, let's say putting unnecessary rims on a car or a truck or SUV or whatever kind of vehicle you drive, and you had rims on it, or know somebody has rims on the car that it cost them an additional $15 or however much $100. That only does in the aspect of display. It doesn't do anything to actually help the car. Now, of course, there are some that do, so don't go back and forth with me. I'm saying is that there's things that even in that car that has capable rims to help his car, let's say a race car that has lighter rims, he bought that for lighter rims, not to show. People spend a lot on show as an aspect of what Kim Kardashian's doing, what's happening on TV, on TV, even on the internet. Sometimes we're distracted by their own laws because they will give you fake viral videos that distract you. I'll give you an example is Jimmy Kimmel made a great video about that twerking fail where the girl puts her ass or her feet up on the door, starts dancing, gets knocked over, and falls into the candles. That video blew up. Twerking fail. A lot of people don't know that in reality, Jimmy Kimmel came out like 2 or 3 days later and said, we made that video. Look, it actually continues. And he walks in the room and blows her out with a fire extinguisher. But you think that, let's say someone who is more in control of what happens with our dollar bills, or let's say their dollar bills, their debt tenders, that they can't make things, they say, fire challenges. Pay someone to start the first fire challenge. You think, well, that person will come out. Not with the right money, because people are distracted by the money. If someone was to come up to you right now and said, I'll give you $600,000 to try to jump over the car like Kobe Bryant did, and it's going to be the next challenge, you'll do it regardless if you survive or not. $600,000, there's quite a few people out there, not you, but quite a few that would say, fuck yeah, survive or not, I'm still getting the money. If I make it, whatever the rules are, my family might get it. And then it happens. The next thing you know, there's going to be videos posted up of people jumping over cars. Please don't do that for real. Professionals only. The whole point of this video is to make you take the time to realize that, let's say in the 1960s, when movies were sci-fi and literally horrible graphics and pew, 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 and lasers, and you see like a fake blob like shoot across the screen, whatever it may be, even Ghostbusters, like you see the animation. You understand that the human is capable of actually doing anything he puts his mind to. Like, you don't understand what you're capable of. Good or bad, whatever you put your attention on, focus on, that's what you're going to create, because that's what's holding your attention. If you're OCD and care about cleaning, that's what's holding your attention. If you're, let me go chase girls kind of man, then that's what's holding your attention. You'll accomplish getting girls all the time. If you're chasing money, that's where you hold your attention. If fear holds your attention, then those things that you know you're capable of will always be blocked by fear. Back to the point at hand. Understand that until we all join literally together, we're all considered a terrorist until at some point you're considered. If you talk about doing drugs on any kind of cell phone, I don't care if it's talking on your cell phone, not even texting or social media, they hear it. If you talk about committing any kind of crime, they hear it. There's all kinds of cases where people say innocent things in context of their text written on a social network is taken out of context, and then next thing you know, they're going to jail because they said blah 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 president. I'm not trying to go to jail for that shit. But either way, I'm going to keep this one short because I feel like it's been running for a while. But they're there already. They're staring me right in the eye in the camera that I'm videotaping and display for you. They're probably watching it simultaneously live. You're watching a recorded version. Think about that. So to fellow mankind across the globe, my hand's extended. To those who want to harm us, I have one finger pointed up. Have a good day.